Yo, man, what's the deal? You're not tuned to Blue Jay Entertainment. This is Brian B.
So the first question I have for you today is, what can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Man, I'm 29 years old. I was born in Austin, Texas. Really raised in Bastrop, also West Texas, down in West Stockton, Texas as well, man. We usually come back and forth, every once in a while.
What kind of person were you in school?
Man, that's a good one. I was a good kid too. I was good at the beginning. In elementary, I was doing good, but as a normal teenager, you start getting into bad habits, bad trouble, little situations. I was always going little class clown as well, man. But around ninth grade, I ended up going to the detention center down in Seguin. Ended up getting in trouble, so I went to juvenile detention. But besides that, I was pretty cool, man. I was cool with a lot of people, pretty much cool with everybody. I ended up getting in trouble, got ratted on, so snitched on, so, took it like a man, bro. And then after that, I went to the boot camp for a whole year.
Man, for a whole year?
Yeah, man, I was in a boot camp right here in LBA, in Bastrop. It was a pretty cool boot camp. You could actually go back home and all that, but typical boot camp, sergeants yelling at you.
Yeah. Would you say that's what kind of helped straighten you out?
Yeah, man, actually pretty much helped me out, thinking about like where I should go, because I raised without a father, without a father figure, really don't really have a lot of options to look up to, so
right.
The streets was a little bit of a thing that I caught up in a way. Kind of messed me up, but I got better at it, boot camp really did impact in my life, a big one,
Right. So yeah, you mentioned being raised without a father figure. I remember you briefly telling me it's because your father's been locked up, right? He's been in prison.
Yeah, man, he's been in and out of prison, jail my whole life, in and out, in and out, in and out. I mean, I still love the dude, I still call him Pops, call him Dad, situations, we're not all perfect, man.
Right.
You gotta ride it through.
Yeah, I saw that you even had your dad feature on a song recently.
Oh yeah, Backspin.
Talk a little bit about
man.
that.
Yeah, Backspin, man. It was cool because whenever we recorded that song, I had told him right before, I was like, I'm gonna put you on it, but I'm not gonna. Whenever you call me, you're just gonna have to spit it out, man. I'm not gonna tell you when to go, or I'm not gonna tell you to do it again. But man, it was crazy because as soon as we played the beat, he called and he just went boom. He went at it like we didn't even take two cuts. We just took one cut and that's all it took.
Yeah, one take and that was it, right?
That was
yeah.
legendary. That was real legendary right there. That made me happy right there. So it gave me motivation for, the song to keep it going, and it really got me through it.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. Music gets people through a lot of tough times. It's like a therapy to a lot of people, and
yeah, man.
I think it's real cool that you got your dad to talk on the intro of that song. That's the song that you're gonna be releasing the video to soon, right?
Yeah, man. We did a video to it not too long ago. Still in the making, in the process. Got to do all the editing and what I like, what we don't like. We get together as a group and then capture the good moments, the bad moments. Got to put it all got to put the pieces together.
As far as the group goes, are you with any groups right now, or are you currently have your own label? What are you doing?
Basically, right now, I'm doing my own thing, I still represent what's called TSU, the Southern Union. It was a music group down in Houston, Texas. Me and one of my good homeboys, Lil Rick, you know Lil Rick.
Yeah. Shout out Lil Rick.
Yeah, shout out to Lil Rick, most definitely. Yeah, man, whenever we were young, we were in high school at the time. And then, so we collided with them in Houston. We were doing good shows with them, a lot of upcoming artists from Houston. So whenever we stayed with them, they just ended up breaking off, man. So I'm still going to keep it rocking, man. I'm still going to keep it going. Got to make it legendary around here.
Yeah, some people get discouraged when they don't get the the results they want in the music business, but
oh yeah,
that's cool that you're continuing to keep pushing, bro. I support that 100.
Yeah, man, we gotta keep on grinding, man. Not everything is always gonna be what you expect it to be, man. You're gonna have your ups and downs around here.
So you have upcoming music coming out besides the backspin track, right?
Yeah, man. I got a like we like to say we got a lot in the vote.
Yeah,
You know, I got also got Spanish. I got what's called No Llores Mujer, Dímelo. Got a song called One Call Away. That's more R&B right there for the ladies out there. And then Haunted. So, I got a lot of stuff coming out. The record, I can't really name them on the top of my tongue right now, but we're just working, man. Working.
Yeah. How do you address challenges when it comes to like haters and stuff like that in your life?
Man, really, when it comes to haters, man, I just see since I was a little kid, I've been hated on, man. So I've been judged and all that. And me personally, I don't judge nobody, man. Cause I've been through situations in life where I've been bad, and I was left alone a lot. So when it comes to haters, man, I just let them. I just let them do their thing, bro. Cause at the end of the day, if you ain't got haters, man, you ain't doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This world is just, you're not always gonna get the love. You're gonna have 50-50. You're gonna have the good and the bad.
No, yeah. When certain people see you doing well, they kind of envy that because they're like, well, I could be doing that too.
Exactly.
Or I could do it better than him and all of that.
Exactly.
When did you first start making music?
Composing music, man. Shout out to Rick once again. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that I forgot. I was like 15 or 16 years old. 15 or 16 years old. Whenever he got into it, you know what I'm saying, he wanted me to get into it because I used to be a drummer. When I was in church, I was drumming.
Okay.
So I've been drumming since I was like 7 years old, around there, 7 years old. So whenever he just asked me to get in it, so I was like, man, it's not really my cup of tea, but
yeah,
I'll get into it. So once I got into it,
the rest is history.
Yeah, I just kept going and going and going and going, man. But I'm the type of person that even when I'm at let's say I'm at a store or riding around or walking, bro. Like if I think about a bar, I'm gonna write it on my phone. Like I love music. I love music, man. Music is just something that the world needs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people connect through music, and it changes people's state of mind sometimes.
Most definitely. Most definitely, it gives you smiles, man. Like you got a lot of legends out there with this music, man.
Yeah, definitely. So. As far as, collaborating and anything like that, I know you mentioned Rick. Are there any other artists, big or small, that you would like to collab with?
Man, locally, yes. You got Cash Cartel. Like to do a collab with him. You got The Hog. Who else? You got Young Roman. You got EC. I like to collab with everybody in Bastrop, bro. That's gotta come somehow, even YC's from Austin, he's making something happen right now. But man, back in the day, I had music with YC and EC and all them,
Mm-hmm.
But even just right now, I'd like to do something new with them, man. It would be a blessing.
Already.
It'd be a blessing, man.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to most definitely all the upcoming artists from Bastrop, man. We're doing something out here, I can tell that.
So recently I noticed that you had a little trip to the hospital. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was a life experience and changing one, like for real. Like I had got sick over my kidneys, man. Partying too much, man. I was going out.
A little too much drinking?
Yeah, man. Too much drinking, bro. But I wasn't drinking a lot of water, man. I was mixing it with sodas and all that. So, man, I got sick. I just felt crazy, man. I was panicking whenever we called the ambulance to come pick me up. I was panicking, and when I was in there, man, I could barely even walk. I could barely even stand on my 2 feet or on my tens. But I kept it pushing them, man. The doctors they rushed me. They were pushing me. They cleaned me out. They restarted me. Most likely it was a restart.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing serious, but they told me I gotta chill out.
Right.
They said, man, now you gotta stop that party.
Hey, well, maybe it's God's wake-up call, right?
Yeah. It's most definitely. God gave me a little warning right there, man, because I needed it too, man, because I was going crazy out there, man. I needed something to calm me down, you know what I'm saying? Too much. Right. That's the thing about it. I thank God it wasn't nothing worse, man, because...
Nah, but the good thing is you're out of there. You're making the right necessary changes.
Yeah.
And you drinking more water. That's for sure.
Most definitely, you can see
You got to
that.
do that, bro. Stay, yeah, keep hydrated.
I got to, man. I never tasted water so much ever in my life. I never drank it that much. I never knew it had a little taste to it, too. It does have a taste. They say water don't have no taste.
Yeah, that's what they say about water. They're like, what? Some people say like water all tastes the same. Doesn't matter what water bottle it is. But I'm one of those people like that. I'm behind my Fiji water. All that. Like, they do not taste the same in my opinion.
I was drinking life water too, man. I liked it.
So I know we've been talking about a little bit about God, right? Can you tell me, are you religious? Were you raised religious growing up?
Yes, man. I come from a Christian household. My dad's side. My like I said, I started music with drumming, and that's where my music came from, was church.
Yeah.
When I was like 7 years old, my uncle's a preacher. Like most of my uncles are preachers. My aunties are people in the church. Church people. So, they caught me in. They put me in. And my cousin Leo, shout out to him. He was drumming, and then he motivated me too. So I just kept it going. Man. Kept it going, and I loved it, man. Shout out to my grandma. R.I.P. to my grandma. I still be talking to her. Through my heart. But she bought me my first drum set. And whenever I would go to her house, there was a room in the back, the laundry room. Mm-hmm. And then she was blind. I was a baby. I was a baby whenever she was already. It was almost time to go. So man, I'll be playing in the back of the room, and she'll be smiling, man. Like she knew who I was. Even playing at the church, like she knew me. Like she'd be blind, and she'll smile knowing it's me playing.
Yeah.
So.
That's what's up. Thanks for sharing that, bro.
Most definitely, man. I had to,
shout out to grandma.
Yeah, shout out to grandma, for real.
Yeah. What do you think about the music industry right now as it is?
Man, the music industry is, I don't think it's the same as it used to be, man.
Definitely not.
Back in the day, you could actually make a song with somebody and grow. Nowadays, you got people that are beefing, or music, man. You got people that are doing diss tracks,
Right.
Like, I understand it. I understand it fully. It's music. But I think that, I think the labels, they make you do that, I think they want you to. It's like that R.I.P. to them, bro. Or like that Biggie and Tupac situation, like the East Coast, West Coast, I feel like the labels had something to do with with that beef right there. I don't think it was all them.
Yeah, a lot of people say Suge Knight had a lot to do with behind the scenes.
Yeah, plus like you said, he had his own label.
Right.
Death Row Records,
label. Yeah, his label, Death Row Records.
Yeah, right. So like, I think it's all about the money when it comes to the music industry, man.
So how do you look at it? Do you feel that more people should come together and work together, or do you do independently, or
see, to me that's a 50-50, because you can have people in a group, right? Mm-hmm. But not everybody in that group is in the same mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like some people it's like they could be competing versus each other, bro.
Right.
You gotta have that one group that's gonna understand you, and you're gonna understand them together. Like, all right, we're here because we love it. Mm-hmm. We know we're here because we know there's a dream towards it. Mm-hmm. The money's gonna come regardless. I mean, it's money. Money comes, but then the dream, bro. Like I feel like that's who I am personally. I love music, so I mean, if it's money involved, I'll still do it. But man, I just love making music, man. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah. It seems that way, bro. Like a lot of people are in what I call like a silent competition with each other. They won't openly say it, but
that's exactly what I was trying to say.
They're always trying to get the one up on somebody or something like that. There is a lot of people like that, and that goes into people's egos and things.
Bro,
but
tell me,
it's a good thing that you recognize that, so you can stay away from negative energy like that.
Oh yeah, I kind of saw when I was young.
Yeah.
Like being in a group as well. Like you have. I mean, you're not only taking care of yourself, but you got to worry about that person, worry about the other person, worry about his ideas, worry about her ideas, and then people bump heads. You know what I'm saying? But like I like the saying that when it says don't bump heads in a huddle. When it's like everybody gets in a huddle, like fix it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get your work together. Just don't argue with each other, or you don't try to get all the shine whenever, let's say, the producer, you know, had most of the value on the track. You know, everybody got to get the cut. You know, everybody got to keep it fair.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody should get their cut, depending on how much they contribute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like even the engineering, you know, like without the engineering, your voice wouldn't sound like that.
Yeah, like give people credit when it's due.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been saying that.
Exactly.
For years.
Like that's the type of person I am. Like, let's say my homeboy just made a track or something. Like, I'll share it. I'll share it because I mean, it's the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. If somebody were to, that's how they do it, at least professionally in the music industry. When you see an album like Drake, you'll see on
Most
there
definitely.
produced or written by or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
They'll put their credits on there.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's the cool thing about it because not everybody's like that.
No, definitely not. Some people just take all credit for it.
Exactly. Yeah, and they
run
don't
with
even
it.
they don't even bring up like who did it. You know.
Yeah, and then they burn bridges like that. If you do that,
Exactly,
because then the person that actually made that happen for them, they're not gonna be willing to work with them again because they're gonna
and that's the
why
most
would
thing
they do
about it.
that, right? Because
Yeah.
they're not gonna get their credit or whatever. But yeah,
That's the most thing about it, man. You gotta shout out to Blue Jay Entertainment, you know what I'm saying, for letting me let through, you know what I'm saying? That's why I love showing love, man. You gotta do it because this world's full of hate, man. This world's full of it.
yeah, we gotta change the narrative for
Yeah,
sure.
man, you gotta change this world, man. You
Yeah.
know,
So, where can people find you on social media or your music and things like that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of weird to this social media. I'm new to it, you know. I like doing that. I got Instagram, Brian B TV, but I barely even get on it.
Okay.
I'm more of an old soul, you know what I'm saying. I just get on Facebook just to look at videos, but really, I really don't have a lot of social media. I just got Facebook, Brian Bernal, BrianBernal. I got Snapchat, but I really don't mess with that either. But Instagram, like I said. Well, that's all I got, man. Right now, I'm just trying to get my. Really, I'm trying to get.
So Brian B on all socials.
Yeah, Brian B TV on Instagram, and
Okay.
Brian Bernal on Facebook. So social media really ain't all that to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but you know how that goes.
Hey, mijo, what's good? Listen, I want you to always hold it down out there for your family. Don't ever worry about me, son. You know you can feed the stump now, and we'll hold it down on this end. I love you, son. Now, Rick Shop and Rick from the West. Your pops, Lucito Hernandez.
Backspin, time won't end. Stay true to myself. I hold my own like I'm in a cell. Back then, shooting shots through the web. Trust nobody, nobody, nobody.